Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Sonny T from podcastformarketers.com, coming to you with a twofer. It's normally Twofer Tuesday, but with me sitting on 500 fucking subscribers, I'm kind of feeling myself. You guys have been so awesome. Really, really awesome. And I really like the engagement, man. You guys, man, I have the best subscribers in the world. 500. 500. I believe it's quinientos. 500. Awesomeness. So today I thought I would bring you a little extra sauce for that old cheeseburger you got going on over there. So first of all, you know I got to do it. I got to pitch you. Catch me on SoundCloud. Right there, Sunny T-1-T. I used to do radio and talk about a lady that used to talk about all these damn dashes. That's a whole other story. FunnelHackerPro.com to catch me on my Facebook page. You guys are filling up in there. Start getting a little bit more active. You're not talking enough. You're sitting like a rock in the bottom of my belly. Start talking and shit. Insta. Catch me at Stealthy Millionaire. If you're watching this somewhere else, YouTube/C stands for channel podcast for marketers.com. And this little guy here, this is Snapchat Ghost. And you can catch me at Billionaire Vids with an S, Twitter without the S, Billionaire Vid. If you notice, I'm rushing through my pitch, right? Stop by, I got some shit to tell you. Stop by podcastformarketers.com. I've got a free MP3 player over there with your name on it, with all the notes from the Tai Lopez social media marketing agency course. But you do have to pay for your fucking shipping. All right? Now, today, what we're going to talk about, class, is how not to do a Facebook audit, a social media audit, or a website audit. I saw another YouTuber post up a video. He tried to snipe my keywords. I didn't like that. He really tried to kind of get along and try to steal my swagger, and I didn't like that. But the worst thing of it all was he was trying to give away a free audit. How to do a free, he's telling you, you come and I'm going to show you how to do a free audit. So let me tell you what this old hombre said. Here we go. So, the first thing he said to do was to find a place, to audit. Okay? So I happen to know that there's a place called Breakfast in America and Paris. Because you can't get, your American breakfast with your bacon and your eggs and potatoes and all that in Paris. They're just not going down because they really don't even eat breakfast here. In France, it's kind of like a petit déjeuner, and it's bread, coffee, tea, and a little jelly. Maybe if you're in a really cool place, you'll get some butter, jelly, and maybe some cheese and a little slice of some ham or something. Maybe. But that's pushing it. Say again? Nutella. Yeah, Nutella. And we have chocolates and everything. All right. So I happen to know about this place, and they've got several reviews. Been around for a while. They got a couple of locations. So I said, let me go do a website audit as prescribed by our friend, the YouTuber. So I looked, and we got some bad reviews, right? A dirty place with awful, oily, bad quality food. I mean, that's American food, though, right? An American diner they called them, the nickname for them were greasy spoons. you got a fucking twisted review there. Then American breakfast, French service, sadly. Now that makes sense. Now here's the problem with that though, is that the last time I was at this restaurant, they didn't hire French people. It was all Americans because it was an American place. If they've changed that and put in and French waiters and waitresses, I understand this review 100% because French service does suck. Don't put French people. It's the one place I loved. One thing I liked about that place was there was nobody talking about French nothing. It was like, 2 eggs, like when you go to Waffle House. 2 eggs, over easy, side, blah, 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 Not, oh, deux œufs, un peu, none of that shit. Bien cuite. No, cook it well. So that was the one thing I liked about that place, right? So let's head over to their Facebook page and take a old look-see and see what they got going on there, right? And so you went and did that. And I want you to take note that you're supposed to look at these reviews and say the best pancakes ever. And you're supposed to look at these reviews and act as if you understand about the food. Awful fries. I believe that because you're in the land of frites, French fries. American fries are not going to stand up to, he says here, McDonald's serves better fries. I don't know, man. Nothing can stand up to McDonald's fries, right? But I digress. So you're supposed to go through the reviews and get a feel for what the restaurant's about. Okay? And then you can then take that information with you and speak to the owner as if you've experienced the restaurant. The next thing you do, go to the website and then, you go to thelikealizer.com and put it in there, and they're going to get their score and their recommendations, okay? And here they're going to tell you where you're making mistakes. Your page performance is a 498. The purse per day, you probably should be posting more. Your timing is way off. The length of post is between this and this. And what you need to do when you do this is replace this picture with your own, and take this learn more out and go like in Photoshop and replace this with your own information and basically doctor up this document as if you did the analysis with some type of your own software. Then you walk into said business owner's place of business and you begin to pitch them with, I guess, this information, and the information that was given was to just talk a lot of numbers to them, show them the numbers and talk a lot of numbers. Okay, this may work, it may not work, I don't know, but I'm telling you, my squad, not to do this bullshit. Okay, so if you come across this free audit, I'm telling you now, you're gonna fucking lose, right? It may work once, it may work twice, but this is really some surface bullshit right here, okay? And anybody would be able to see through this whole, analytics. And it's a free fucking website, man. I mean, some people are slick enough to know how to do their social media on their own, right? So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is, if you're going to be in a restaurant business or a service-oriented business that you can actually enjoy yourself, sit down and have a meal. What the fuck? Why read other people's reviews when you can just go sit down and have a meal? Oh, well, I'm vegan. There's something in there for you. Have a cup of Joe. Well, I'm Mormon. I can't eat stimulants. Well, have orange juice. Whatever your trip is, because there's so much shit going on now, and I get it, right? But if it's a restaurant or a service, if it's a nail salon, go get a manicure. Men get manicures. Women get manicures. Go get your nails done. If it's a hair salon, go get the Go get the your hair wash, man. There's nothing better than laying back in that chair and letting the lady that does your hair wash your hair with and massage your scalp. Oh my God. And then go to the manicurist people and let them massage your palms and your fingers. If you haven't done that, you're really missing out. I'm telling you. So listen to what I'm telling you. You can try service-based businesses. Now, of course, if you're talking about roofers, you can't say, hey, man, could you come over and do my roof? Unless you really need it done, right? So, but what's the best thing you can do if you have dealt with a roofer, okay? If you go to his website and you actually are his Facebook page and you actually see somebody commented that they used a service, how about contacting them on Facebook and say, hey, man, I'd really like to talk to you about the experience you had with these people. Would you mind giving me a little bit of information? I'm thinking about getting my roof done. They will open up. People love doing that type of shit. Oh, yeah, the service was great. The only problem that I can see, though, is they didn't wear the little booties and they kind of fucked up my carpets when they came in a few times. But other than that, blah, bank. Good, real, solid information. If you sat down and had a meal, you would know, man, this shit's a little bit on the oily side for, for me. But other than that, the service was cool. I liked Katie. She was really nice. It seems like the busboy's got a fucking attitude, though. But other than that, you guys got a real nice operation going on here, man. And I just can't understand why no one knows about you. Okay? So I had to look at your Facebook profile. Don't bring a piece of fucking paper. Just tell them. You have to know how to pitch. The paper, in this case, with said YouTuber, was a crutch for not knowing how to pitch. Okay? So, you need to know how to pitch. Remember that we talked about this, that if you're going to go somewhere, don't fucking choke. I've had a few people hit me on my messenger. Hey, Sonny, I've got some real good ideas. I want to talk to you. And as soon as I call them, they fucking choked. They never even took the fucking phone call. They fucking choked. And I do that on purpose. If you're going to pitch me, the pitch meister, then you really have to know your shit. And they don't even get on the fucking phone with me. That's how awesome I am. But anyways, moving on. So when you sit down with the business owner, you can actually say you've enjoyed a meal there. Or, yeah, man, I got my hair done. I've used your services myself. Man, the girl that massaged my hands and oh my goodness, why more men don't come to your salon and get the scalp massage is beyond me. Are you not reaching out to guys in your salon? Do they not know that you can do the whole buffer thing on bald-headed men and all this type? Whatever services they offer men or whatever services maybe a barbershop does for women, right? And then say, hey, do women not know that? Are you not marketing to these guys? Hey, let's take a look at your Twitter profile together. Let's take a look at what are you mostly getting followed by here. Let's take a look at your analytics here. Well, I see that you're 94% men, but you could use women because you have that service. How about we try to reach out to some local women in the neighborhood and see why aren't they coming here? Did they know you offered those services? Hey, man, this sounds a lot better than going with a little fake piece of paper down there, some shit you robbed off of another website that's bullshit anyways. Get your pitch right. Go down there and sit down and study the environment. Don't just go on Google, pick some random fucking coffee shop, go look at their Facebook page, memorize some reviews that they had that they know they have, right? Don't think they don't look at their reviews, and then go down there and try to sound like you're knowledgeable about the business. Why don't you just really get knowledgeable about the business? It'll probably take you 2 or 3 days. You want to know why that I said a few videos back that I never get turned down when I go places? It's because I do shit like this. Okay? Now, if you notice, I didn't even use a blackboard this time, guys, and I'm sorry that I got you just sitting there. I apologize that I got you just sitting there looking at this review of the pancake place, but I kind of wanted to make you hungry. So, what I wanted you to understand is that you do not do this shit. Don't go get some stock answers from SEMrush or similar webs or something like that and go in with that data. Here's what you can do to people. You can talk over their heads, right? You can start talking tech talk. I don't know if you guys, okay, if you're a parent, you're going to understand this, or if you have a spouse, you're going to understand this, okay? What happens when your wife or your husband starts talking about some shit that you really don't understand and you may not even care too much to know about? What happens? It starts off like this. Hey, guess what, man? I went down to Google Analytics, and then I noticed that my wall is womp 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 womp. That's what it sounds like, doesn't it? After a while, you just turn and tune them down, right? The other day, I was sitting here and I was thinking about something, and my wife hollered out, "Hola." And probably a minute later, I popped out of it and says, "Hola." She just started dying. She's like, "Dude, I hit you with the hola like 2-3 minutes ago, man. What is that?" It didn't register till later. And that techno mumbo jumbo just telling business owners numbers, that's what it'll start sounding like. Well, if you had a 3.4% post rate on Facebook, that's what it's going to sound like, because he's busy as fuck and those numbers are like, what? But if you went in and said, hey, man, I can show you how to get some more money because, hey, man, you got some great services here, but the men in your community don't know about it, and we can bring a chunk of money into you. Money. Ears perked up, listening attentively. I want to hear this. This guy's talking my language. Greenbacks. You guys remember the song? I need dollars, dollars, dollars is what I need. Hey, hey.